Nuggets Warriors. Warriors are laying 7 at home. Total here is 222. The Warriors took game one, 123-107. They've now won a league record 12 straight game ones at home to open the playoffs. We'll see if they can make it 2 in a row at home to start this series 2-0. Chris, any thoughts on an angle in this one?
Yeah, so the only thing that was as absurd as the Sixers offense on Saturday was what we saw from that Warriors offense too, in particular Jordan Poole. I mean, good for him. Fantastic game for Poole. Just he was not missing at certain points in that game. But talk about something that won't happen again. He's a good player, a lot of potential for that kid, but I don't think he's going to go off like that again against Denver. Denver's going to let that happen again. And in that sense, the total was sort of fake news. Each team only had 94 possessions in that game. If you had that average of 94 throughout the season, they would be last place in tempo in the NBA. That's a very, very slow pace. The Warriors were just so efficient in that game. And to Denver's credit, they hung with them for a little while, right? But then, of course, just like the Sixers and Raptors, the Warriors pulled away because they just were not missing shots. Jokic didn't have a great game in that either. Was impressed by what Will Barton was able to do. And Denver played a little bit too much of their bench, I thought. They really mixed it up. I guess they, trying to give their starters a good amount of rest, but I don't think that worked in their benefit in this one. I think this is going to be a much more Jokic-centered game plan for the Nuggets. That tends to be what happens when teams get a little more desperate. They go back to their star. They're trying to facilitate a lot in the previous game, not put the ball in his hands as much. But I think that's going to slow down this game tremendously, too. The Nuggets are going to have to fortify their perimeter defense in this one to have any shot, right? They don't want to get in a shooting contest with the guards on Golden State. That's probably something that they're going to lose. So I expect this game to just be much closer. I lean the Nuggets in this one too. Again, like I said, fake news with the total. I thought that game probably should have went under because the pace was so slow, but the output has just been incredible from the Warriors in that one. And I got 114 here in the first half. I have it fallen under 110. So I think this game is going to start off pretty slow, especially. Expect to see some really good Denver defense in the first half. We'll see if they can keep it up in the second half.
I like that because I'm going to play the full game under 222. The Warriors shot 52% from the field overall, 45% from deep. Again, a lot of that was Jordan Poole. I don't think that happens again, but I also think that to avoid that, the Nuggets are going to have to step up their defense in some aspect, and I didn't think their defensive showing was all that great in game one. The Warriors also tried to take the passing game away from Jokic and made him shoot a lot more in the first game, and so he had 25 points on 25 shots. If they're able to do that at all again, I think that also bodes well for an under. And a repeat performance on defense from the Warriors would be great. They held the Nuggets to just 43 points in both the second and third quarters combined, which is fantastic. So if we get any sort of a similar defensive effort from the Warriors tonight, I agree with you, Chris, and like this one staying under the 222 total. Alex, can you talk us off with those bets at all?
I cannot. My only concern there would be I think this will be a close game. I mean, the Warriors, that was unbelievable to watch. It was kind of fun. I mean, to watch a Warriors team be really good again, you almost forgot at points that it wasn't Steph Curry on the floor running around making all those shots. I mean, you look at Jordan Poole's game, 9 for 13, 5 for 7 from 3. The team is a total shot almost 46% from 3, 16 for 35. So as a Nuggets team, I mean, honestly, to kind of take that salvo and only lose by 16 points. Now, Jokic was fantastic, 12 for 25. He had a really nice game. I wonder if he'll get a couple more foul calls, honestly, tonight. He was just getting beat up there in the middle, and I'm sure some of those guys had to go home and watch some of that tape, and we'll see if maybe he gets a couple more whistles tonight. But, I mean, if he and Will Barton play a similar game like they did and the Warriors sort of come back to earth a little bit, this is going to be a really close game, and I wonder if we see maybe an overtime here or something. I could just be trying to be optimistic for the sake of my Nugget series bets, but if the Warriors are going to play like that every night, this is over. But I think you guys are right. There's a lot of things that happen in this game. Chris makes a great point about the pace, and you start to look at the market. I mean, this total is now a point lower than the last game close, so it's been pushed down. The market agrees that, despite what we saw in the last game, it should be going down.
Yeah, this -7 for the Warriors, it seems pretty steep. I mean, in a playoff game, coming off of a loss like that, I don't know. I don't see how the Warriors or the Nuggets lose by 8 in this one. So I would lean towards the Nuggets tonight as well. But Chris and I both playing unders. He's going to take the first half under 114, and I'll play the full game under 222. All right,